race, we think, is depressed enough. Without exhibiting one of us with the apes, we think we are worthy of being considered human beings with souls. The American human zoo's Ota Benga'z was purchased from the slave traders for a pound of salt and a bolt of cloth. As Ota Benga'z became even more homesick, however, all hell broke loose when the news of World War I broke out in 1914. A return to the Congo became impossible as passenger ship traffic ended. He became depressed as his hopes for a return to his homeland faded. Ota Benga'z, born March 20th in 1883, was a Congo pygmy man known for being featured in and exhibited as a human zoo in 1906 at the Bronx Zoo. Ota Benga'z lived in tropical forests near the Kasai River in what was then the Congo Free State. He had 2 children and was married. Ota's life faded away when his family was murdered and his people in the village were attacked by the Force Publique, established by King Leopold II of Belgium as an army to control the natives, most of whom were used for labor in order to exploit the large supply of rubber in the Congo. However, Ota managed to survive as he went out hunting. With him surviving, unfortunately, all roads led him to Bronx Zoo, unknowingly. In 1904, American businessman and explorer Samuel Phillips Verner traveled to Africa. Verner discovered Benga while en route to a Batwa pygmy village. He then purchased Benga from slave traders, and he was valued for only just a pound of salt and a bolt of cloth. Verner spent 2 weeks with the people of Pygmy Village, where he was secretly trying to recruit more people to travel with him to the United States. He failed, however. He had a good relationship with Ota. Ota managed to convince the villagers that Verner was a good white man. With that, the villagers trusted him, and off they went to the States. The group was taken to St. Louis, Missouri, in late June 1904. However, they left without Verner as he was sick with malaria. Upon arrival, Africans immediately became the center of attention at the exhibition. Benga was particularly popular, and his name was reported variously by the press. He had an amiable personality, and visitors were eager to see his teeth that had been filed to sharp points in his early youth as ritual decoration. It is believed that, with time, African began charging for performances and photographs. It was also reported, Ota Benga'z's teeth were worth 5 cents, being the price that he apparently charged for people to see them. Sadly, the group of Batwa Pygmy Village, including Benga, thought they had freedom, until the return of Verner. He realized the Pygmies were more prisoners than performers. That led to the group being taken back to Africa, with Ota Benga'z accompanying Verner when he returned the other Africans to the Congo. Ota Benga'z briefly lived amongst the Batwa while continuing to accompany Verner on his African adventures. He married a Batwa woman who later died of snakebite, and little is known of his second marriage. Not feeling that he belonged with the Batwa, Benga chose to return with Verner to the United States. Verner eventually arranged for Benga to stay in a spare room at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City while he was tending to other business. Benga initially enjoyed his time at the museum, where he was given a Southern-style linen suit to wear when he entertained. With all of that, Ota started feeling homesick for his own culture. A new home for Benga was found by Verner, which was Bronx Zoo. In 1906, William Hornaday, director of the zoo, initially enlisted Benga to help maintain the animal habitats. However, Hornaday saw that people took more notice of Benga than the animals at the zoo, and he eventually created an exhibition to feature Benga. He was taught to perform monkey tricks and imitate human behavior. Benga spent some of his time in the monkey house exhibit, and the zoo encouraged him to hang his hammock there. People visited the zoo, and Ota Benga'z was displayed alongside apes at Bronx Zoo. Not many photographs are available as cameras were not allowed. Ota Benga'z became even more homesick. However, all hell broke loose when the news of World War I broke out in 1914. A return to the Congo became impossible as passenger ship traffic ended. Benga became depressed as his hopes for a return to his homeland faded.